Hi, my name is Ekin.
I'm Kay.
I'm Samson.
I'm Xavier.
I'm Julia.
I'm Keon.
And I'm Gloria.
And
we are the 99.
99.
99.
The 99.
99.
99.
Hey guys, I'm Samuel.
Hi, I'm Keon.
I'm Samson.
Ta, and we are the
99.
99.
So we're called the 99 because we're a group of Christians, Hmong Christians, who want to just reach to our fellow community of Christians and Hmong, and just to spread the word of God, and to also motivate our fellow Christians to continue going to church and not to lose faith.
Okay, guys. So today our podcast is we're gonna be talking about how should we dress for church, especially the boys. So my main question is Hmong churches can be a little strict when it comes to appearance, because of the older generation in our church. Especially Hmong parents tend to be superficial when it comes to our looks. Now, what are some of the culture expectations of us boys on how we dress?
Okay, so I think one of the few things that it just stems from cultural standpoint, but I would say it also applies to not even just Asian households, but just in general, is like dressing nice is showing off your wealth, right? Your success. And so I think sometimes when people tell you to dress nice, it's kind of like they want you to show that you're successful. And I think it kind of bleeds into the church too, right? Because even like culturally, you want to show off, right? I mean, that's just kind of how human nature is too. Some people just really, they like flaunting their money, and some people don't really care as much. But for the most part, I feel like just within cultural, like from Asian like standpoints, like money has always been something that is a motivator or like a drive, and it's a sign of success, right? And so they tell you to dress nice to kind of reflect that success, and I think that kind of does start applying to the church sometimes with Asian households. I can't speak for anyone else because I'm Asian. I'm not I'm not something else, right? So I can only speak from my own experience, and I think it does kind of bleed into the church when it gets to that point.
But I think a lot of it is about image as well, because then for us Hmong people, it's kind of like, the reputation is like big,
Yeah.
And so then when we don't dress nice or we don't look good and all that stuff, then it's kind of like we are kind of, in a sense, we're kind of like, I don't want to say what do I want to say? We kind of we're misrepresenting ourselves, because now it's kind of like, our parents are expecting us to always just look good, look nice, because we're trying to impress people. We're trying to kind of show our image that, we're like how you said, we're rich people.
Yeah.
We're good looking. We have nice clothes and all that stuff. You're basically showing off your wealth and fame.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like for us Hmong people, the reason why our parents, wants us to dress good is because, like Toss said, like they don't want people to be like, they can't afford. Look at that family, they can't afford good clothes for their kids, or they don't got money, And so it's like, our parents wants us to dress like modestly or good, so people won't criticize us like, all that, and they only could afford like ripped clothes, all that, or dirty clothes like that. So, and I think another thing our parents wants us to dress good, because back in the old country, they didn't really like, their clothes wasn't really like good as ours, So now that we're in America, where we got good clothes, like good quality of clothes, you know, our parents are I guess you could say like trying to like spoil us, I guess, you know.
I just want to make a side comment. It was just like really ironic that you said ripped clothes, and I feel like a lot of people nowadays really value ripped clothes, right? You see a lot of ripped jeans. I just wanted to say that I thought it was just like a funny thought.
I would like to agree that our culture, we tend to show off a lot more, just because it's, I guess, it's like what you guys were saying, like it kind of represents our wealth and kind of like our image in that sense. But I also think that it's kind of, I wouldn't say like, in a sense, I'm trying to think about the other people who can't. Bless you. I'm trying to think about like the other people who. I guess I wouldn't say that they can't afford the clothes, but then it's not every day where they can have the opportunity to wear or have such things like that. So even if like without like intentionally or unintentionally like showing that or representing that their family is wealthy or not wealthy is like it's clothes for a reason, and as long as it covers us, then I think it shouldn't really matter. But then culturally we're representing like how we how like the image that it brings upon like if I'm wearing like like what Sam said,
Dishonor
like
you. Dishonor your family. Yeah.
like ripped clothes, for example, like it would probably showcase that like my family doesn't really, and like I don't really have a good
Financial.
my family doesn't come really from a really good financial background. But then at the same time, it's like you wouldn't want to think that way, or you wouldn't want to like have other people think of that like sorry guys, I'm kind of
Like you don't want people judging your like how much money you have based off your appearance.
yeah, in a sense,
Yeah.
because it's like it's like what the saying goes, never judge a book by its cover, you know.
Yeah.
So it kind of dwells into like not just about like our image or like how just dressing to like show off, but it's like we dress so we can so we won't go outside naked, or like so we don't like just go into like an establishment like the church without any other clothes.
All right. So my second question is this then: what are some things your parents or elder people have criticized you for?
Like within the church or just in general?
I guess we're in general.
In general, I would say, I think a big thing is like for at least within the Hmong community, it's like, was it like earrings? I don't have earrings. My ears aren't even pierced, but it's something I've witnessed, and just like having long hair. Something about long hair, sometimes you hear two sides, right? Where one is saying, "Oh, you look like a gangster," like "Ko light," or "Ko so you look like a girl," and so it's kind of like I think those two are something the guys hear the most about, like, it's not really what I'm wearing, but like I guess it is like that too, right? Like the appearance, my appearance itself, where my hair is too long, like maybe it's too long right now, I don't know, right? Or having earrings on, even though like it's not as bad as it used to be, but you still get it, right? Because we still have that older generation saying that to us, and so I would say those two for me are the biggest.
Yeah, I would agree, because considering I like having long hair, I don't really like having short hair, because whenever I have short hair, I just feel like I don't really match well with short hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I prefer longer hair, and I usually get a lot of comments about it from the like the older generation about like I should trim it a little, or I should get it a little bit shorter, and not gonna lie, it does kind of I wouldn't say discourage, but it does kind of like it does bring up bring up like the how would I say this? It does like bring up the thought of maybe I should get a haircut, But then I feel like how you cut your hair, how you style it, it depends on you. But then I do understand what they're saying. Like if you have too long of a hair and it'll eventually kind of look like a girl, but then at the same time it's like long hair doesn't really make you like a girl. It's not like feminine, It's, and I wouldn't exactly call having long hair or having long hair be feminine. And I could also relate to the earrings. I have my ears pierced.
What?
But I mean, I don't wear my earrings a lot anymore. But yeah, I used to get a lot of comments on that too about like, you should stop wearing earrings because it makes you look like a girl, or only girls wear earrings. And I do understand that it is a feminine thing to like wear earrings and stuff, but I just think that is just jewelry, or in my head I just thought it was jewelry. So
yeah,
I didn't really see anything wrong with that, but I do understand where they're coming from and what they mean is like out of love. They're not trying to talk bad or like say anything shameful about you or about your appearance or what the way you dress or something.
We'll give them the benefit. Yeah, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
No, but I think for me, long hair was like the thing back when I was younger, and I think the thing is more of like self-image now too, because then when they see you with long hair and all that stuff, they go, oh yeah, you're probably like a gangster and all that stuff, and then you get the bad image of it, because then a lot of gangster, then they have long hair, they used to do the ponytails in the back and all that stuff too, and so it's really just falls on self-image, and I think one of the thing for me was t-shirt was a big thing when we were going to church. You know, back when I was doing band, in my younger days, it got to the point where a niche bought church clothes for me just to to better image myself.
That's not bad though. It's not that bad.
Well, for me, no matter how I cut my hair, I feel like my mom always got something to say about my haircut. So,
like the emo hair back then when
I
they do
got
the.
nothing nice to say. I won't say anything.
so it don't matter like what hairstyle I get, but I mean, as long as I don't keep my hair long, but I do plan to put in my hair someday. So,
No, but like just for the hair thing, people understand. We're just trying to hide our 5 heads. Like we got big foreheads. We just need to hide it sometimes.
But
some of us just don't look good with short hair, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not necessarily like I'm trying to look like a girl. It just happens that girls have longer hair, and I think a lot of it is. What? I think some of us get hate. All right, I just want to put it out. It's not even that our back, the back of our hair is long. It's the front, and I just think, like, my hair's not that long. It barely covers, the longest part covers my eye, like this far, and it's like a couple strands only.
You take it to school, man. If it passes the eyebrow, it's too long.
I don't think
just get a bowl cut next time, guys. Let's get a bowl cut next time.
Oh, nowadays I don't think school cares.
Yeah.
But back then when we went to school, they did, right? Like mustache, all that.
Mustache. All right, what else you got for us, man? What's the?
But especially when me with clothes, I feel like when I used to wear, I guess when I was little, wearing t-shirt all that to like Sunday school, it was alright. But once you like go to like youth all that, you start people like, oh no, you gotta dress better now. So and once people keep telling you to dress better, it hits you. You're like, okay, I gotta dress this way now. But okay, so there's a saying that says clothes makes the man. Our clothes tell us something about ourselves and our character. And we have like specific clothes, for our special occasions, such as, like morning clothes, wedding clothes, or we even have clothes for looking good on Sundays. And, but a lot of Christians now are not strict when it comes to like Sunday, what we wear on Sundays. But then nowadays we see like pastors preaching about wearing casual clothes and how we should not be wearing casual clothes. And especially in our Hmong church, our pastors, elders, they do teach us that we should dress better than t-shirts or jeans. So here's a question I want to throw out. Does it matter how you dress for church?
Honestly, I think the hardest part about this is that it's the fact that the Bible doesn't talk anything about us wearing nice clothes and all that stuff, and which makes it hard because then when it comes down to it, people are going to be like, oh, well, the Bible doesn't say that I need to be wearing nice clothes or I need to be dressing nice for church and all that stuff, And so then a lot of the times we get the idea that, oh, since the Bible doesn't say anything about it, then I can dress however I want and just come to church however I want, But there was this one saying that someone said to me back then when I didn't dress nice for church. They said, imagine if you're coming imagine if you're coming and you're meeting God, and you come the way you are now, like how will God look at you, because then you relate it back to the Bible, when they were still doing offering and the sacrifices, right? They will always sacrifice like the best lamb, the best portion for God, And so then when we come to God, in a sense, we are supposed to give our best to God, And if we're not even giving our best to God, then, what does that say about us? In a sense, when I look at myself, is like I'm not taking God seriously, like I'm not here as my best, with how the way I look and everything and all that stuff. And so in a sense, the way you dress and all that stuff really kind of shows,
I do agree that you like it about the same of being presentable. When you're facing God and when you face God, and if you wear like, for example, like ripped clothes, then you wouldn't want to be like that. You want to be presentable in front of God, and in that same way, I feel like you should incorporate that in not only church, but like it's also similar to like, not, I wouldn't say school setting, but like interviews or like like weddings and stuff like that. You wouldn't want to go to a wedding wearing a t-shirt or like shorts. You want to be presentable, and in that sense I feel like we should be able to not dress to impress, but dress to how would I say this, I guess dress to be presentable,
out of respect.
Yeah, out of respect.
I say out of respect.
Yeah.
I think, I agree, because it does come down to like you wouldn't go to a wedding in like your shorts and like just a t-shirt too, right? And so I kind of think about that with church, if I wouldn't wear that to somebody's wedding, like I wouldn't wear it to church. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? And if you know me, I hate dressing up. Like, honestly, if I could, I would just be in shorts and like a t-shirt all the time, which I mean, you see me out in the wild, I probably am, but like, so when I come to church, I wouldn't say I dress like the best, right? I'm pretty open-minded about, what people wear, because I mean, I wear whatever I want to wear, and I do dress a little more comfortably compared to others. I don't have a button up collared shirt, like with like long sleeves and a suit and a tie. Like, I don't have all that on, right? But I still dress, as presentable as I can be. I'm a bigger person, so it is a little harder to, get clothes that, match me, right? Because I do want to look good, but I still want to be presentable. It's kind of hard, and I'm not fashionable as well. But when it comes down to it, like I think you just wear what you can, right? If what you have is the best thing that you can wear to church, then that it is what it is. Like it kind of reminds me of the story about, was it the lady who spent all her money, who gave all her money to the church, and it was less than what the rest of the congregation could give, right? I forgot, it was in the Bible. I can't remember exactly where the passage is, but they see her putting in like 3 coins, and they say, oh, she didn't give that much, and Jesus says, but she gave all that she could, right? And it kind of reminds me of myself, like, I'm not well off, but I'm not, I'm not down, I'm not broke where I can't buy myself some decent clothes, right? And so how can someone who has nothing give all that they can to God when someone like me who has, something and more than her or more than someone else is not willing to do his best or try his best, right? And I don't know, as a kid growing up, I had to make that compromise with myself. I'm still trying to dress the best that I can, and I've come a long way. If you ask my brother here, he'll tell you, like, when I was a kid, nothing but shorts, sandals. Even when I got a little bit older, like I would just be wearing sandals too and like shorts to church. Like, and then once I got into the youth, it was just like, I wore cargo shorts with like some sneakers, and it was still t-shirts, right? Until I got a little bit older, and then I started wearing like khakis, more khakis and stuff. And if you see me now, like, it's kind of still the same, but I'll slowly improve, right? And I say just try your best, and I think God isn't judging us for what we're wearing, but he's looking at our heart, right? Where our heart's at. And if you're trying your best and wearing what you can, I think that's all that really matters.
Okay, well, does it matter how others see you?
I don't think so, because it's like what Sam said. The appearance doesn't really matter. Overall, it's where your heart lies with God. If you're just dressing to impress, then you're there for the wrong reasons. And you're not going to church because you're going for God, but you're going there to seek validation or like seek something else other than God. So I don't think that other people's opinions would matter upon your appearances, depending on or going based off your question.
I just want to quickly say something, because I don't remember if I said it on another episode already or if I said it to one of my classes. But it just speaking on this, it just reminds me that like the reason why God does want us to dress nicely, right? Or we do. I would say not God. I would say the church wants us to dress nicely. Is that when you see a group of people who are wearing similar clothes, you would think those people are together, right? Like grouped together, and they come from the same place. We all serve one God, right? And so we all serve one purpose, and for us it's God. And so it's kind of like our uniform, right? And so I was just like thinking when I was talking to my class, I was telling it's not, I wouldn't say it's something like we're judging you and we're like, oh, you need to dress good, right? But it also shows like this is us. We're serving God, and we dress nice because we want our God to be, we want to show that our God is prosperous, right? That God is blessing us, and He is an almighty God, an all-loving God. And so He loves us, and so we look presentable. We look nice, right? And so, yeah, I just wanted to add that. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I think as long as you're putting effort into it, it should be fine, because then you're putting your whole effort into it already. But I think one of the reason why too is just kind of like you're kind of representing your church, because then when it's like when new members are trying to come and we're trying to get new members to come in, and they look at us, they're gonna look at the way we dress and the way we act, And if we're there, we're not dressed nice at all or anything like that. They're gonna have they're gonna have an idea of us already. And the thing is, once they have an idea of us already and all like that stuff too, then it's gonna be hard too, because then they're gonna be like, oh, I don't want my kids to come and my kids are just gonna be like this, who don't know how to dress nice and appropriate and all that stuff, And so then one of the reasons why too is that we dress nice is, we're kind of trying to represent our church too, and in a sense, when we're representing the church, we're representing God as well.
Yeah. I totally agree. It doesn't matter what people. I guess it doesn't matter how others sees us, as long we're putting that effort or that energy to dress good or do good, in the church. And it doesn't matter what people's opinion is. At the end, it matters. I guess God, and which leads to my third question is, do you guys think God cares how we dress to church?
I think God cares more about where your heart lies, because then it's kind of like self-image all over again. I can come, I can dress nice, but then if I'm there and I'm not even here for God, then what's the point of being here? And the whole point of church is, when you go, is you're trying to get something out of it. And if you're going and you're not getting anything out of it and you're kind of just going for self-image, then it's just kind of like how Jesus said, when all the people who did the work for God came to God at the end and told God that, oh yeah, God, we have done all these stuff for you, but why is it like this? And Jesus said, like, get away from me, I never knew you.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Tal here, where it is truly where your heart lies. I mean, going off what he said about, you can just like dress to try to get a girl, right? Can't help it. Some people come to church and they're just trying to find a girlfriend, right, or something like along those lines, and they just dress nice for other people. And I think a lot of the times we do fall victim to that too, right? But I don't think God is necessarily looking at us, on the outside where what we clothe ourselves in, but He's looking at, do we truly love God, and are we willing to dress, willingly, right? Try our best, right? Because, like I was saying earlier, not everyone is well off, right? And some people can't afford that, and so their best might just be that shorts and the tank tops, and maybe some flip flops or some sandals. I mean, on an outside perspective, you're, like going back to what people say, like it shouldn't matter what people think, right? But people will judge you, and it doesn't matter in what environment you're in, regardless if you're a church environment or not. Someone is going to be thinking something about you, right? But it shouldn't matter to you, because you are doing your best for God, and God sees that. He sees the effort. He sees the, that you're willing, the willingness to show, come before Him in, whatever you can wear, and to serve Him, to truly love Him, right? And I just want to add on top too, being a follower of Christ, it is a relationship with God that we have. And if you really love someone, you're gonna put in your effort, you're gonna put in that time, right? When you're going out on a date with a girl you really like, you're gonna spend that time in the restroom. Oh, like, let me fix my hair, let me make sure I look good, and it's it's the same vice versa, right? Like, they're gonna try their, if you're a girl and you really like a guy, you're gonna try your best to put on the best makeup you can, and be good looking, and like, it's kind of the same for God, right? If you really, really love God, you're gonna do your best to look good, because your heart is set to look your best for God. Sure, He doesn't, he doesn't care as much, right? He doesn't care about how we look. But it's like we're saying, it's where the heart is at. And if I love God, I'm gonna try my best, like, to make that compromise, right? To dress my best for God,
Yeah, I agree with what both of you guys said. Like, it depends on the heart and where you lie, with God. And I also want to say that it's like it's kind of like what I was saying earlier, where don't judge a book by its cover, because it's like you can wear like all these extravagant things. Like, you could have like a silk like suit, or like a really fancy suit with all these jewelry and showing up to church and all that, but then it's if you're not there for the right reasons, then it doesn't really, I guess you can say, matter, because where we go to church, it's like what Tal said, most people go to church for something, and if we're going to church because of our self-image, because we want to show off like our wealth, or show off that we like own all these things, then we're there for the wrong reasons. We come to church so we can glorify God, and as a church, we worship, we praise Him, and we all together, not only like with the kids ministry, we teach about the Bible and so forth. We're all there for different reasons, but then it all goes under like the same umbrella, and it all points back to God.
All right. So when we think of dressing modestly, we usually associate with girls nowadays, but we do see guys can dress in a non-modest way as well. There are certain clothes that boys wear nowadays, and the clothes like show off their muscles or like certain body parts. What are some fashion trends among the young boys right now, and are they appropriate for church?
I think some of the fashion trends are probably tank tops, and like I guess how would you I wouldn't say tight fitted clothes, but it's like
like a skinny
Muscle
jeans-esque
fit
kind of feel, or like
yeah, it's like the sports t-shirts,
Oh man.
or like sports clothing in a sense, like
the dry fits stuff?
yeah, like the dry fit stuff. Like, you kind of show off like the muscles and stuff. You know what I mean?
That's because you're in the gym.
But then that I think that is the trend right now, because everyone's kind of like going to the gym, and everyone's trying to lift weights, or try to have like a better definition of their muscles so they can show off. Flex or show off that they have muscles and stuff. So I think that's like part of the trend of fashion, not in a sense of like fashion, because I know some people wear oversized clothes.
Oh yeah.
And then there's another trend where it's like people wear, like, for example, hoodies, and then under the hoodies is like their I guess like the dry fit clothes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, where was I going with this? I feel like that's the trend right now. And your question was like, what would...
Is it appropriate for church?
Oh, okay. So I wouldn't say, because either or is, you would come to a standpoint where it's like you wouldn't choose both. You would probably want to be, you probably wouldn't want to like choose one or the other, like oversized or like really with like sports clothing and stuff like that. Like I feel like you just wouldn't want to be wearing those type of things at church. Not only because like you want to be there, be presentable, right? You're at church, you're in appropriate attire. You're not gonna go to church to try to show off your muscles or stuff like that. Or like if you wear oversized clothing, then it's kind of like I want to say it makes you kind of bummy, but like it makes it look like you're just wearing your dad's or your like your dad's or your parents your clothes because it's oversized.
Yeah.
And so you want to look like we were saying. You want to look presentable because at the end of the day we're there because our heart wants to be there for God. So it's like, yeah.
I'm just gonna give a quick 2 cents. I agree with like the dry fitted stuff not being appropriate. I think personally for me, like I said earlier, I'm not that strict on clothes. I think like oversized clothes is not too big of a deal as long as you're not like kick it back to the 2000s and you're wearing like triple XL tees, your little fitted snapback on, and you got the biggest pants on, and you're sagging, and I think, I don't think what's happening now is too bad because I think a lot of boys or a lot of guys are, like teenagers at least, are more trending towards like I don't know exactly what it's called, like cabin core was like soft boy kind of I don't know, but like it's more like loose, like you look more cozy, but it's still very presentable and like not bad because you have sweaters on, or some people have sweaters over like something like a sweater vest, not necessarily like a sweat shirt. I don't like a hoodie. Not like that, right? But I think one of the trends I'm like, oh, it's really bad, or that's still happening is I would say like sagging. I think that's really like still happening. I don't know why. Like people like showing off their undergarments, like their underwear. Like I don't know how that's appealing to some people. I mean, I can only imagine what it's like to run in saggy pants.
They're trying to stretch the legs real hard.
I don't know. Like I'm like it used to be a prank back in the days when people would pants you. Now people are wearing their pants like almost below their butt, and it just doesn't make sense to me. And then I guess another thing would be like ripped clothing. I feel like that's trending highly. I'm not too big about fashion. I blame Ye. I blame Ye. I don't know why like trashy looking clothes is fashionable now. It just confuses me. I think people are running out of ideas and they just think, oh yeah, holes in my clothes, that's the way to go. Like, oh, my shirt just looked like it got burned. Like that's art. And I guess it makes sense, but I would not pay more than $20 for a ripped sweater or ripped jeans, because I just like, you could make that at home if you really want to. Just wear your jeans that you like so much for a long time. And I think those are just the two trends, like fashionable trends, that I feel like are bad and are just not. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense, and I just don't think it's that presentable in the church.
I swear, I feel like I spent more time sewing my pants than
I don't remember this.
But anyways, I don't know too much about fashion, but I think the only thing that I see and I still think that's going on is just like the white shoes. Like the Air Forces.
Oh, what's wrong? What?
I mean, especially like during church, you dress the nice sweater with the khakis. Like, don't get me wrong, I still do it. The
wait, so you gonna
the sweater?
You're playing, bro. You're playing.
Khakis and then the Air Force.
But so is it bad, or is it okay? Right? I like it. It doesn't make sense. I'm just saying. You said you did it too.
No, but he's asking if it's okay.
Yeah. So is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay. I think it. Okay, with the Air Force, I thought they go with. I mean, I wouldn't wear Air Force with a suit.
I think some people do. Hold up.
But with like casual, like shirt or chinos or like.
Okay, but like, is it presentable in the church? Yes or no? I think
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm just.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a biased opinion, right? But they ain't cheap. I'm just saying these shoes ain't cheap, all right? I know Nike just stealing my money, but I'm just saying, right? So,
I mean, okay, I still have. I still wear ripped jeans. I think ripped jeans are alright as long as it shows the knee. But if it shows anything else in the back, I'm good. But okay, so even though the Bible doesn't really explain what we can and cannot wear, just dress in a way, that will glorify our Lord. And when people look at you, they can see God working in you. And some Christian boys have gotten so comfortable that they don't even try anymore. Sometimes it seems like we're just rolling out in the bed and don't even care about our looks. But that doesn't bring glory to God because, it shows that we don't care and we're lazy. So, I just got to say this, guys. We just got to put more effort in the way we look because God's our ambassador. So, for those who are watching, hope you guys, like this episode. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our Instagram and Facebook. So, see you guys next time.
Doses.
Bye.